have the biggest loser amongst the Necrons, which is Orkhan the Divine, because he does literally become a Catan once and realizes it sucks ass. Becoming a Catan sucks fucking ass. But then he just goes like, well, this is kind of my whole bit now, so I'm just gonna keep doing it.
Even the fucking ad Max managed to capture a Catan. Just keep him as a pet.
He becomes a Catan and he realizes the Catan have near unlimited power, but they're so fucking driven by instinct and hunger and just a complete contempt for all of the life that they can't do anything with the power. They can't actually conquer anything with the power. They can't plan anything. They go. It's at the point where it's just like there's no reason to get that power, but he entirely just goes like, well, I'm built different. I'll find a way around it.
How's that working out for him?
Not pretty good, considering he did that once in The Infinite and the Divine.
Zaz, tell me about last time.
Oh, about last time. All right. So Taylor ended up making a bit of a deal with Adam, who also assured him that the goons aren't going to really remember this. And ultimately, we decided to set a kind of like a contact point, a place where we could go meet him, and we'd help each other out with this case. Meanwhile, when we went back, the station was complete pandemonium after Robert had died. He'd been hit by a car like an Italian model that was clearly sending a message. And after dropping off the evidence, the two detectives went to go talk with James, and they found out that Monica was a regular at the church. She was a rich prostitute. They were told that her parents are dead. Taylor ultimately arranged the setup of a dead drop location that James could, in the future, leave any information he might come across independently. And the trio then went to go speak with some of the people in the area, starting with those prostitute rumors, where they spoke with a man named Owen, who we found out was having an affair with Monica, and that's how the prostitute rumor started. Meanwhile, as we were searching Monica's apartment, James had heard a giggle as he had crossed himself, but we ultimately found no signs of prostitution there, and if that was happening at all. But there were two other men that she was having affairs with, and she found out that she did host them in a hotel, a luxurious hotel. And these partners did seem to kill up more than they let on. Like they were masking kind of how much this had affected them. Then the trio ended up going to the diner the one had worked at, and the waitress thought that they were, especially specifically Taylor, was working with the hotel. And they found out that a strange man had met with Monica. We got his description, sort of looked disheveled, smelled weird. And after that, as the detectives bid James farewell, Adam put the two detectives in contact with a mob contact of his, Antonio Clark, who immediately shut down the idea of the duo going to the hotel directly, but he agreed to ask around, get information for them. Meanwhile, as this was happening, a man had come into James's church at the last moment. The man, he smelled strange and kind of bad, and he spoke about his guilt and feelings of abandonment by God. Ultimately, James comforted the man and prayed with him, and that's when the man claimed about the angel that sang to him, and James heard the familiar sort of laughter coming from outside. That's the man eventually did leave. Meanwhile, Taylor went home. He had a very tense conversation with his wife, Gina. Her family is coming over in about a day or two, and he did agree that, since the case right now is in a bit of a lull, should be fine to, when her family gets there, to leave it to the detective. He's kind of showing the ropes for a bit. Meanwhile, Riley got involved in a bar altercation as a man was dragging a woman out, and she did end up helping the woman from her arranged husband, as I believe the husband was accusing her of cheating. But after that, she noticed the police cruisers go by, and yes, the woman she had helped had in fact been murdered. And she gave a statement and left the scene. I do think that is where we left off.
Yeah, I think Riley just finished giving the police her statements. Probably would have been sent home after that, because it was very early in the morning.
Yeah.
I think as the new day starts, probably the two of you are gonna meet at the office. Taylor, you will see that Riley clearly didn't get a good night's sleep. A bit tired.
Yeah, Taylor will just sort of give a nod or direction, and he'll just say, "Rough night."
I could say so. Just not sure if you heard the news, but a woman got murdered last night, and probably could have saved her, but
Taylor's just kind of shrug it off, as he'll say. Would not recommend adopting that mentality. There's a lot of people you theoretically could save every single day. Thinking about it, spending your every moment getting worked up over it, thinking about it. Nothing's going to come from that.
well, we're just not.
Taylor will just kind of say, "Gonna go make another look over at the physical evidence. Don't trust the reports that Robert had filed."
Not that we have too many other leads to go on. Let's hope that that mobster comes through.
He was hoping, because yeah.
I'm gonna say,
If he doesn't-
remind me of the conversation you had with him.
Basically, we went up to him, and Taylor basically tried to get like a meeting with the people running the hotel. He said
Okay.
no. So, yeah, Taylor basically said, "Well, you either need to find me the answers about this guy, or I'm going in there."
Yeah. Now I remember. You want to know what the fuck happened in those rooms and what's the connection between Monica and the Belmont, right?
Yeah, Monica, the hotel, what was going on there, and especially because the waitress seemed pretty weirded out about a specific one of her clients. Yeah.
Although the waitress, the way she talked, it does feel very weird. But yeah, I don't think it was related to one of our clients.
I think she was more scared of the fact that when we said like I'm associated with the hotel staff.
Yeah.
No, like she specifically did mention the man that looked disheveled, looked weird. Like that was specifically mentioned.
Yeah, I don't think that was in association with the hotel necessarily.
Okay, well, still, Taylor did
yeah.
specifically mention that guy to Clark.
Yes, I remember that part. I was just making sure I have my notes straight. Well, I guess you could listen. It's still early in the morning. There's no rush. Waiting maybe for a couple of things. You can drink your coffee and have another look through the files, canvass the evidence. What about Father Carver? How are you spending your?
It's a Tuesday.
Uh,
It's a Tuesday?
Yeah, it's only been a day, right? So yeah.
Um, Morning prayer at the church, first thing, and then in the office for just my daily work.
Well, listen, I presume there is like in the morning there's like things to do around the church itself, right?
Sure, opening it up.
As you
Making sure the books are set.
Yeah, so as you sort of what hour would this be at? Like 8, 9?
Yeah, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, so as you are making sure everything is in order, you can hear the door to the entrance sort of slightly creak open and close. As you glance back, and it's the man from last night, looking well, much better. Maybe not physically, but mentally, he has a sort of beaming smile. He seems in a very good mood.
Hello, welcome back.
I was hoping I might catch you here, Father. I wanted to thank you for last night. Your words of encouragement gave me the strength I needed to push on.
Of course. You're more than welcome.
And I can hear the singing now. I missed it so much. But you should be careful, Father. I mean this as a way to offer you my thanks. This church, people here, not, well, they're not as pious as they pretend to be. It's not all of them.
I find that that's true about people everywhere. We all have to overcome our failures and hypocrisies.
You're a pious man, Father. You would not abuse such heretic knowledge. I have something. I need. I can't get rid of it. It's in. I tried to destroy it, to burn it. The letters, they just appear in my mind. Night I go to sleep, I just see the words etched. It only goes away when I write them down.
What sort of letters?
Yes, give me as he'll sort of like rummage kind of through like this like large sort of inner pocket of his jacket as he pulls out a very like this bundle of sort of paper that's like been wrapped and sort of folded many times, and he kind of hands you that with like a bit of a shaking hand. You must not let anyone see this. This is the devil's work, Father. Evil people trying to use this. I burnt the original. I made the mistake of reading it first. Now, can't get away from it. I trust you will not perform such heinous acts.
What sort of acts?
The devil demands blood, Father. It requires blood to open the gates. Must never open the gates. If you do, the sun will be gone and hundreds of innocents will die. Gates must never be opened.
Are you saying that I shouldn't read this?
This is up to you, but should not give this to anyone. Most people would not say no to the devil. Like to make a deal, power, riches, fame. You seem like a good man, Father. I don't think you will do this.
What use is it to gain the whole world but forfeit your soul? Or what can a man give in exchange for his soul?
Tell you right now that people close to you most likely take this and use it for the wrong reasons.
I'll make sure to keep it safe.
Thank you. I would rest much easier at night knowing that. Must be kept away from me as well. I do not. It's very hard for me to fight the temptations. This is gonna like give you the folded paper.
I take it and put it in my breast pocket on my suit jacket.
Yeah, there's about like 30 odd pages or so. Crumpled up, as they'll say. I must be going now. The song awaits. Have a good day, Father.
I'm afraid I didn't catch your name last time.
Sean. Sean, Father.
It's good to meet you, Sean.
He'll kind of nod, a bit jittery before heading out.
I'm going to go back to my office and read this thing.
Yeah, you can give me a detect roll. As you sort of unwrap the paper, and the pages are sort of out of order, then it's very messy. Not was not like properly written, but take a bit of time as you try and make sense of this, and it seems to be describing a ritual that one can make to summon. Well, it's never truly specified, but it does seem to just kind of be an entity akin to the devil to make a deal in exchange for great power. And it does, in fact, call for the death of, well, the more people die, the better the deal becomes for the one that summons this devil. And there is a couple of lines there in that mention that the sun will darken. There's a couple of references to like different apocalyptic sort of events. From the sun will go out, sort of disease, famine. There's like a couple of references here and there. It's clearly not coherent. Like, this is not coherent writing, but as far as you can understand, that's it. There's also a bunch of drawings, and one particular drawing does kind of stick out to you. Now, it's a very poorly made drawing, but it resembles enough that you can sort of realize that the drawing here is very similar to the one you saw in Monica's living room on the wall. There's a lot of familiar symbols and runes, and some of those runes are scattered on other pages as well, as they seem to also be part of the same weird ritual.
I'm going to put on a pair of gloves and put this into a plastic bag.
Give me a minute, I'll be back. I'm back. So yeah, you take it, you sort of put it in a plastic bag.
And I'm going to lock it in the office safe.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to put together a letter for the dead drop, telling Taylor that I want to speak with him. or meet him at his convenience.
Yeah. As does bring up a good point. Taylor, when would you check that drop? Be around noon at the very least.
Yeah, Taylor would check it twice a day. He'd check it once at like noon at midday, and then he would check it like at the end of the day, at the end of his shift.
As you'll kind of stop by the place as you kind of move this dumpster bit to the side as dislodge the brick, and you see there is a note left for you. As you pick it up, you give it a quick glance as you see that James is in fact urging you to meet with him.
Yeah, Taylor will go over.
Would you pick up Riley as well?
Yes.
Yeah, James at about noon, the detectives would be at your office. I'm not sure if there was something you would like to do before that.
Just my normal work duties.
Okay. As you both walk into his office.
Detectives, thank you for coming so quickly.
Of course. Said you had something you wanted to talk to us about?
Yes. Last night, a man came in the midst of a spiritual and possibly mental health crisis. And then he was here again this morning, much more resolute. But he spoke to me about a ritual that he had discovered. He said that it could be used to contact the devil. And he had written it down. And the reason I bring this to your attention is that I'm reading them and I'm pulling it out of the safe. On the 7th page, there's something very similar to the ritual symbols that were painted on Miss Blake's wall.
Taylor will nod as say, I'd like to see them as well. The man, did he give you a name? And can I get a description of him?
Gave his name as Sean. I give a description and just sort of my general observations that I had initially thought him probably mentally ill. And if not homeless, very close to it. He was saying something about how he heard the voice of an angel. I don't know if this is worth mentioning. Do you remember when we were at Miss Blake's apartment and I said I heard a giggling?
Yes.
I heard that sound again while I was praying with him last night.
There's sort of a tenseness as Taylor will just say, the man suffering from a mental illness. It could be that there's a third party heightening his delusions or abusing his perceptions.
He was very afraid of this. And on some level, I probably violated his confidence by giving it to you. That's not to say that I feel bound by saying that I wouldn't. Its possible evidentiary value outweighs the confidence he placed in me.
If you prefer, I could log it in as evidence left anonymously.
That would be helpful. If he knows something and he feels he can trust me, then, well, I think he may need my help. And he may be able to help your investigation as well.
Taylor will nod as, assuming have you gotten the notes out of the safe?
Yep. Give those.
I put it in the plastic bag after realizing what it was, and I didn't handle it except with gloved hands after I realized what it was, but my fingerprints will certainly be on it. I'm afraid I don't know much about the process of gathering fingerprints to know if I've done damage to the chain of custody or your ability to use it for your investigations. And if I have, I do apologize.
Listen, it's fingerprint technology is so new. Literally, I think it's like was started in the 70s.
And Mr. Robert did handle the machine and kind of broke it, so it doesn't matter anyway.
Right now, I don't think there's. Yeah, I'm kind of reading it. I don't think there's even a sort of international fucking standard for anything. It's just kind of FBI
That
shit.
admissible in evidence.
Nah, as Tail will nod as he'll say the forensic evidence on this is less useful than the identifying nature of who it came from. We should be able to get enough from this. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Carver.
If you need me to speak to a sketch artist.
It may need that to be done. As Taylor will look back on his notes and like if he compares the notes of how the woman described the woman at the restaurant described
there's different like similarities. Could be the same guy.
Yes. Taylor will say may have needed you to do that, but for now, just enjoy the rest of your day.
Let me know if there's anything else you need from me. Or if you need my help again.
I will. Thank you for your time.
Good afternoon, detectives.
You to take your leave. What do you wanna do right now?
Well, Taylor does want to. Taylor does want to go somewhere that he can like actually like read these notes, like put his gloves on and read these notes, because these do sound could be what we're looking for.
Yeah, no. You can find a nice place to park the car for a moment. As have a look through them, and it's just as Beast pointed out to you. There seems to be it's an incoherent mess, but there is a clear idea of some sort of satanic ritual here that involves summoning a devil. Well, sacrificing people to it. There is the sort of weird ritual runes that are present on multiple pages, and there is one page that just contains the larger seal drawn in a shittier version on paper. There are mentions of these apocalyptic events like the sun going dark, famine, disease. And it appears that the idea is that the more people you sacrifice before you call the entity, the more power you have in deal making, like the more leverage you have. Or maybe the entity is more powerful. It's not really clear to you, but the desired outcome, which is to gain better things from the deal, still be the same.
Yeah. Still, as he rates, it's going to say to Riley, well, if this Sean isn't a killer, he's going to absolutely know them.
Should not. Not sure who this angel is, but I think she probably knows him. I have a feeling like he's mostly working with what that woman is.
As Taylor will say, likely my hypothesis I had. Third person playing on his delusions, driving him towards pushing his psychosis towards acts of violence. Taylor will start the car again because Taylor might say that it's evident he doesn't quite believe at this point, as he's gonna go pay Adam a visit because
I was about to suggest the same thing, actually.
Yeah. But if you stop by his place, the apartment is unlocked, but he's not there. There is a note left on the table that it's not very obvious, but it seems to be like a food receipt from a very familiar diner to the both of you. Because last time you did kind of ask him to look out for a certain waitress, so it's most likely there.
Yeah, seeing that, Taylor will indicate to Riley. Looks like he's at the diner.
Just pay him visit then in that case.
Just need a quick word with him.
I mean, you can drive over there as you park the car, and you'll see he is inside enjoying what looks like a cup of coffee, and it's kind of like having a newspaper to read. He is like sort of close to the window, so one of you could draw his attention without going inside if you want that. Depends on you. You could also try and be a bit more low key and sort of head inside. It's not like flash your badge everywhere.
Yeah, Taylor will head inside to just have a conversation with him.
It's gonna require a stealth roll, a basic one, but have to avoid the sort of passive observational. Yeah. Riley, do you head inside as well?
No, she'll probably stick it outside. She'll always stick.
Stellar, you sit down at the table opposite from him, and he'll sort of put the newspaper down. Oh. Good day, friend.
Good morning.
He looks at the clock. An hour past noon. You hope manage to sleep better.
Taylor just says, I always say good morning, regardless of the time. Then I have to talk with you because a priest has given me something a little interesting. As Taylor will kind of hand it to him, like in the bag.
Yeah. He's gonna very discreetly sort of pull it out and start having a look through. This is disturbing, but I was hoping it won't come down to this. Where did you get this?
It was given to me by the local priest. Man by the name of Sean came in and saw him twice. The first time he was having a crisis of faith. The second time he seemed quite happy, elated. As Taylor will run through the man's description and the stuff the man was talking about, as James had related to him.
Yeah, he'll say, I've seen this before. Not not the notes, but with this. As he points to the circle, to the runes. Tell me, detective, do you believe in magic? Do you believe in actual, literal devils?
And she asked me about 2 days ago. I've told you I believed in God and the devil in the figurative sense, but very recently got into my head that all that stuff might be a lot more real than I'd like to think.
I don't know about God with capital G. They're more biblical counterparts. But there is definitely things out there that defy human understanding. And, well, I have seen this before. About half a month ago, I was involved in a rather tragic incident overseas, Eastern Europe. I used to be a doctor, one of the larger cities in my home country. Well, I was visiting, some doctors do now and then, being assigned wherever you needed. I was stationed smaller town. I was the only medical professional there. As well, it was an incident. Two men arrived into town, one of the villages in the mountains, raving about, well, an eclipse. Sun being hidden away. It went dark. And, well, of course nobody knew what they were talking about. Everything was fine. They were quite persistent. So, sent a police patrol with them back. Only to arrive a small village and everyone was dead. 50 people. They quarantined the area. I was there. Well, the people there were unequipped to handle such a thing, but we did our best. I initially assumed some sort of virus outbreak or disease. I was quite scared. I went there anyway. Through the body, did autopsies. Bodies were just desiccated, completely bone dry. Many anomalies. Long story short, after some more investigation, two Secret Service agents found this underground basement dug out into the earth that had on the floor, sort of carved into the earth itself and drenched in a lot of blood. This exact something very similar to this, as you'll point to the symbol on the paper. I believe a journal was recovered from the man. I didn't particularly look through it too much. It seemed like the insane ramblings of a madman. But it was put in evidence. Well, sent further along. Know what happened to those secret agents, detective? Well, they almost got locked into a mental asylum forever. Because they claimed, and I was with them that day. They left me in the village in the mountains all alone. After, well, being chased by a reanimated corpse. Dead man walking. Well, you can imagine if you go around telling people those sorts of tales. You leave the doctor alone. Have a complete manic breakdown. We had to put them in secluded isolation for a few days and weren't getting better. They could see it in their eyes, the fear. I tried to talk them, help them rationalize it, you know? Give them the blissful ignorance a lot of people benefit. Convince them that what they saw, everything there was just their imagination. I filed in my report, worked with some of the other people who came in afterwards. Claimed it was some maybe weapons test gone wrong. My country is part of the Eastern Bloc. Could easily chalk it up to weapons experiment gone wrong, weird cover-up, mass hysteria. Nobody really cared enough to dig too deep. Once they found few scapegoats, they were more than happy to, well, have the report to go under. But wasn't bullshit. True. Dead bodies walking. Something was unleashed on that village that day. That person who sounds silly, it sounds stupid, unbelievable even. That was me a while to accept it, but he did summon something. When that entity came through, killed a lot of people. It could animate the dead. Roll them like puppets.
Do you think the same thing's going to happen in New York then?
I am afraid of that possibility, yes. Only this won't be a small isolated village in the mountains. This could be an entire block. How many people? Dozens, hundreds could be in danger.
Taylor will mention description of the man who gave the priest these notes. Said he wrote them. matches pretty well the description of one of the people that the waitress here said that Monica was with. And she had that symbol drawn in blood on a wall. If he's handled, will that resolve the situation?
I'll be frank. It will prevent another episode like this. Not sure how dangerous this man is, but potentially could be quite dangerous. Anything weird related to this man? Do you know?
The only thing is the priest, at Monica's apartment, he heard laughter, giggling. When the man came to meet him, Sean came to meet him, he heard the same laughter, same giggling.
See. Might be too late then. Or maybe things. Oh. You take me to meet this priest.
Taylor's just gonna give a nod and he'll kind of like say, I suppose trying to keep him out of it was always a fool's game.
If he heard the giggle, it's too late for him. Do let me know if you start seeing or hearing weird things.
Taylor will nod, and then he is going to ask, you say it's too late for him. What do you mean by that?
He is involved. This more than you maybe even. You could probably let this case go cold and enjoy a pleasant life. Him? Let's just say that the thing that giggles has taken a notice to him. Don't want these to notice you, detective.
Locking away might be the smart thing. But if the city's gonna, people in the city are gonna be in danger, I can't do that. Oh, come on. You want to talk to the priest? I can take you to him.
Or not. As both sort of take your leave, as Riley, you see them leave the car and... Riley, why don't you give me an awareness roll?
Are you here, Mac?
Oh fuck! I was gone for a bit. Sorry.
Can you give me an
I was
awareness roll?
Yeah, I was tactically gone for 5 nanoseconds. I rushed back to the. Still want to spend my first day on this one.
Your awareness that bad?
Yeah, it's 3 dice. Yeah, the first stage just existed. I did just get the first stage just to buff the awareness rolls to 5. Yeah, I'll probably buff to 5.
Well, 5 does not, in fact, guarantee you 70% chance.
I know it's a 50-50, but as we've learned, 50-50 is in fact higher than the 75.
Listen, it's 50-50 in XCOM numbers.
It's true, it's 50-50 in XCOM numbers, which means it's a 0.
I would say this is not a life or death roll.
It's safe to fair. It's not. Listen, maybe I'll get like the red fucking roll when I get the fucking when I hit the 5%. I won't, but yeah, no.
So you sort of kind of like, how are you like passing the time? Because their conversation will probably go on for about 10 minutes or so, maybe 15 as he like looks through the papers. So.
It's gonna be longer than expected, but mostly looking around, but sitting in the car, maybe
Yeah, as you just very like casually glancing around, as you look and sort of you see sort of in like the side view mirror, there's like this woman standing on the sidewalk, clearly staring at your car, I would assume.
that's that's not a good thing. I'll speak to her about that later. That's it's better to not let them know that you know, at least.
You're just gonna like stare at her in the side view mirror.
I'm thinking it's smart because she's thinking like they're basically being tailed by someone. That's her basically
She's
her,
not
her first one.
For someone tailing you, this is way too obvious. She's literally standing in the middle of the sidewalk, fucking staring at the car.
That's true.
This is not someone being subtle about this.
I see.
And she looks to be fucking 16.
I see. Okay. From how far away is she? Like, is she like
Yeah, it's a distance, like 10-15 meters. Like she is far away that you can't like get a good facial detail on her person, but you can kind of vaguely recognize her outline, silhouette.
In that case, then I'll. Let me walk up to the demon.
Tell me, I'm not asking you as a joke, Mac. Do tell me how you found.
Probably. I'll just probably walk up to her, check what's up. Why is she staring at the car?
As you like pop open the door, as you turn to get out, she's gone. She's not there anymore. Took your eyes off for her for like a second. You had to get out of the car.
Alrighty, that's kind of weird. You know, in the normal circumstances, she might chalk that up to a happenstance, but maybe she also needs a seat at the dinner table.
I'm gonna head inside.
Yeah.
You sort of like walk as you have like just glance towards the vehicle. You realize she is in the back seat of your car. At least someone is matching her silhouette.
She'll blink. She's still there.
Yeah?
This is a thing she needs to ask. Kind of Mr. Adam here. That's usually this is yeah, she will head inside. I'm not sure which stage of the discussion this is.
Well,
Just,
they were at the end as Taylor, you get ready to get up and leave as you see pretty confused and befuddled Riley walk in. Riley, give me that stealth roll to not get noticed by the people here. This is
yes,
only a
sir.
basic.
Yeah. No, that's bad. Let's see. Let's see Avanti Italia. There you go.
Managed to get to their table without arousing too much suspicion. As yeah, no, she looks fucking zoned out. Also gonna fucking mental.
Riley? What is it?
Go.
Hey, I just want a little question. Do you see our new passenger in the back seat?
You don't see the like it's hard to the fucking car from this.
The car. Oh, okay, never mind then. In that case, hey, it seems we got a new passenger in our car. Someone who can. Now, usually I would chalk this up to a bit of confusing my brain, but considering recent events, she also has a habit of disappearing and reappearing when you blink. Wanna? Is Adam gone, or is he still here?
He's
You know, I don't want to be too superstitious considering satanic rituals, and but I did see two people come back from the dead, and the priest did mention a female giggling. And our new friend did look like a girl, I'd reckon. So I'm trusting your expertise, Mr. Adam.
just gives Taylor this very sad look. Get up and he will go to pay for his cab. Normally you will also
Yeah.
walk out. Taylor, there's no one in your car.
Do I still see the girl? Or is she gone also?
No, she's not.
Oh. Whoever she was, she's gone now. As they get into the car, I assume like Adam also gets in because Taylor's going to drive to James's. Taylor's just going to ask Adam if she's too far in now for me to send her away. Fill her in on, if you could.
Miss, do you believe in the supernatural?
If you ask me to, sir, actually I do, yes, because I did see two people come back from the dead. So I do now, I suppose.
I would say you are incorrect and come back from the dead. Weren't dead to begin with. Shooting someone is a death sentence. Can be saved.
Still, it's a pretty low odds to survive from a direct wound from a shot in the chest after a stand up, and like nothing happened after 5 seconds.
Only if the medical intervention cannot happen in time. It's also dependent on what part of the body the bullet injures. See, your head could probably survive a gunshot if the bullet was, well, got lucky, let's say.
I did hear war stories from my grandpa.
Those two people got very lucky.
Hmm.
Nothing, they weren't dead. I believe what you are seeing, well, can't be sure yet. May just be some sort of illusion. Be careful.
All right, does buying holy water in the cross help?
I don't know. I'm not a very religious man. In fact, I am quite the atheist.
Hmm.
I believe in trying to understand our world and not relying on mysticism. Even if sometimes the world seems to stop making sense completely. It's our job. Figure it out. So I'm not sure if what you saw was real, fake, induced through mystical means, psychological effects, drugs, or optic illusions. But do be careful. The people who are behind such things are not to be taken lightly.
It's should indeed just teach just about that in training. I'll try to cool. I'll try to keep my head cool. See, it's just that. Walk straight back to the car.
Yeah. Taylor, how are you taking this in? You seem very collected, unlike Riley, who is shit terrified right now. What's going through your head?
In his head, right now, he's compartmentalizing what he needs to handle. Adam, people like Adam and Alaric, if this is an actual demon, angel, whatever it is, those people with their, if they want to call it magic or not, can handle that. Taylor can handle the deranged people that this, whatever it is, convinces to kill people.
Yeah. Is- You eventually arrive at his office as the three of you walk in. As James, it seems that the detectives are back, and well, there's a third man with them. As Adam will walk in and sort of politely shake your hand.
Hello, I'm Father James Carver.
I'm is Adam, and let's just say I work with the detectives here, handle the more outlandish problems.
Can I get any of you coffee or tea?
Coffee would be good.
I ask my the receptionist to bring some coffee.
As yeah, you'll sit down with them, some drinks. I'll say, tell me, Father, tell me about this giggle you heard.
I describe the circumstances of both times. It seemed to come from outside, correct? Both times?
And you haven't seen anything.
No. Just heard it.
I believe both you and Miss Riley here both have been subjected to a supernatural's entity. Rather, for now, let's call it mischievous whims, if not cruel. I believe you both might be some sort of danger.
Can you be more specific?
I was given the papers from the detective. Father, I saw this exact same, well, not the exact same, but a very similar scenario be enacted in Eastern Europe less than a month ago. 50 people lost their lives. Their bodies left in a desiccated state. Completely absurd and unexplainable. And, well, the only two survivors from that incident claimed to have seen an eclipse that literally everyone else in a 50-kilometer range missed.
And no eclipse was predicted.
I was in the... It was a village in the mountains. I was 20-minute drive away, a nearby town, and it was a sunny day for the rest of us. We didn't see the eclipse. We didn't see the fog. We didn't see a lot of things that happened in that town.
Was it Sean? This is out of character. Was it Sean who told me about the sun, about the sun going out?
It was in the notes he gave you.
Ah.
And, well, when we investigated that incident, we found there was a ritual being performed. A ritual with this circle. At least one very similar to it. similar runes drenched in blood that, well, I will tell you right now, as a matter of fact, did succeed. Whatever that man was trying to summon, it succeeded. He caused the sun to go out, caused all those people to die, and he would have, well, he would have made the bargain. If not, well, fortunately, for us humans, we deal with, I will call them ignorantly evil creatures. We sometimes fail to take into account that, well, lying by omission, misleading, are all part of the deal.
And it, and it was about the 6th hour, and there was darkness over all the earth until the 9th hour, and the sun was darkened, and the veil of the temple was rent in the midst. Do you know what? You don't know who was behind it, I assume.
The man who made the ritual happen is dead. The victims are dead. The people who investigated it were declared or almost put into a mental asylum. I was the only person there that, well, I won't say I came out on top, but I made sure that that entity would not be able to inflict more misery upon people. I believe you are here dealing with something that's of the same nature. It's not sure what its aim is, what its goals are, but it appears to be, well, amused at, and he'll glance at Riley, people's suffering. She's connected. This man you saw might be manipulating him into doing awful things.
The man I spoke to suggested that there was personal gain to be had. Do you know what the man from your country achieved or hoped to achieve?
He wanted wealth, wished to be wealthy. Very basic desire as it goes, but not an uncommon one. I suppose Still glance again at Riley. This would be your chance. Not get involved further. I think Detective Taylor here has made his wishes clear, and I believe, Father, you are too hot into this for there to be a way back for you. But Riley, maybe is still a chance for you.
You mentioned there was a. All right, there was a lot of there was a lot of exposition.
Only surface. Plenty of things I didn't detail upon. Which is why I'm giving you this chance to back out now.
All right, I may not know how to kill demons, but I am. Okay, the demon part I'll leave up to you and the priest, and but listen up. The murders are still probably done by that guy or some other.
Since you're about to hear what I'm about to tell, there is no going back. It's not related to the murder, it's related to things normal people should not know about. Will be things told here that will mean your life of ignorance over. And that's not gonna make it safer for you. In fact, put a big target on your back.
You know, I'm gonna be honest, I'm maybe kind of shit scared at the moment. I sign off the force to protect people, and seeing us, and that's what I'm gonna try to do my best at.
Gonna nod. He'll turn back to you, James. Say, I made a deal with the entity that was summoned.
What sort of deal?
Well, I promised I would assist it with its own problems if it would bind itself to me and, well, compromise with it and things as well. Was, you see, the people that were almost declared insane, being hunted by reanimated corpses that this entity was able to puppet. And those were not fake. Those were not psychosis. Each night, she would animate one of the corpses in my morgue, torment one of my patients, just for fun. She gave that villager, that dumb villager, the blueprint for the ritual, whispered it into his ear, told him how to do it. Didn't tell him that he was gonna be sacrificed as well the moment he would cast the spell. These beings, they're... That's the funny part. I would... Normally, you'd call this evil. These beings don't have the same sense of morality like we do. In fact, she was quite confused. Why I was so upset. Why I couldn't just see the fun in it. They are not like us. So we made that deal, that compromise. She is afraid that there might be others like her. I believe she doesn't wish for too much competition. I will be frank with you, Father. I also don't want to see more creatures like her be let loose.
Do you trust this being?
I trust its self-serving nature. And, well, you can call me a naive optimist. I believe as part of their callous and evil nature is not due to the desire to harm others, it's due to the lack of empathy and failings of their species or whatever they are to connect, understand. Imagine a being that can feel no pain. How can you describe that concept to them? How can you describe physical suffering?
I'll be honest, I'm not a psychologist. Not sure how you'd even begin.
Excuse my ramblings, but get back on hand. I believe the giggling looks back at you, Riley. The appearances in the corner of your vision, those are just a mere appetizer messing with you. Its MO is clearly different, and its being is clearly able to manifest and will, at least has some sort of ability to do so. I don't know why she requires the man kill.
Maybe just for fun. She enjoys it. There's no particular rhyme or reason.
Maybe a definite possibility. But then you'll point to the papers. Why this? How does this factor in?
What if there's even more creatures out there? What if that angel and the pictures are of two different sources?
Could be she plans to give the ritual to multiple people. If the people she's whispering these things to die before they can get anything out of it, if she's enjoying their suffering, I can imagine that might be a bonus.
Or not.
Sean. Sean said something to the effect of that he was afraid that the people would discover the ritual and be corrupted by the knowledge of it.
Ignoring Sean's potential delusions, what if Sean's friend had the same idea as your friend, Mr. Adam?
Then we are dealing with a very, very dangerous man. Do you want to know how those two people survived such grievous injuries?
How did they make it?
Kind of like looks around, says, "Father, do you have maybe a sharp knife, box cutter around here, maybe?"
I think so.
You would
I
be
start
so
looking
kind.
at the desk
Yeah, you can.
until I find it.
Yeah, you can give him one as top end. As he's gonna just sort of like drag it slightly across his palm. As you can see, like the blood starts trickling out. And as it like starts to trickle out, it suddenly like stops. And it seemingly goes back into the wound as like the wound closes before your eyes.
Ah, so you just stop them from dying.
I healed them quite quickly. I have extensive knowledge about the human anatomy. I'm able to do procedures with my mind instead of needing to do them physically with my hands. And your friend, your not your friend, your suspect there might be able to perform similar supernatural feats. Be very careful around him. Now there is another side to all of this. Back in my home country, Secret Services, KGB, did sweep everything underneath the rug, but they have to know. They are not, can't be that blind to. There are definitely people who know about these things. Just bury them, make sure they don't get too much attention. And well, that's when I came to New York. I realized it's not just Secret Service. It's also, well, other individuals who might be connected, who might be aware of it. Very careful. This feels like information that governments around the world would kill for.
I was told by the captain that the feds had an interest in this case. more than what might have been normally warranted.
Well, that's mystery solved then. That's one mystery solved. It's kind of comforting that that one of the other threats is rather conventional, just a few spooks.
I don't mean to be insulting, Detective, but your agency is also not known for its sterling, upright character.
I don't take any offense, and you're right. The NYPD is doing a cover up, but they're doing a cover up because people are paying them to do so. I don't think they have any idea what's actually going on.
I doubt most I doubt most B cops know. Most beat cops just take the money. Generally don't ask questions. But most, maybe the commissioner, maybe some captains know. If any, I doubt this is public knowledge. God knows, I don't think that many people on Earth know.
Adam, Mr. Adam?
Adam Kovac is my full name.
Do you know how much time do you think we have?
So what?
Until the ritual is performed.
So here's the thing. That's all you need to do is have that circle etched in blood. And, well, there's a incantation to it as well. I think you told him about like the apartment at Monica's and everything, right?
Yeah, it's how it already had the symbol painted.
He'll say, I believe the ritual has already been done. At least there was an attempt at it. Monica's place seemed to me like where that was gonna happen. Now, these things are, well, complicated. And I think it's very hard to repeat the ritual without the one who knows it best guiding you. Especially if all you have to go on are the ramblings of a, well, lunatic that lived in the mountains. Not the most coherent teacher. So, from what I can see here, it's all incomplete. This is all they have to go on. I don't think they'll ever be able to properly do it again. That said, doesn't appear to stop them trying. That should be your actual concern. People will still die. And whatever this thing is that has followed both of you, it's here already. Doesn't need the ritual.
So the likelihood of several hundred people in a city block dying
Is low.
mysteriously is low, you think?
As of right now, and based on this information, yes. But I am afraid that with enough perseverance, they'll be able to figure it out on their own.
Try, fail, try again, fail better.
How many victims in the city? Oh. How many of these things? How many? Oh. New
Taylor
York is
will actually, like, Taylor will say, just give the number of the amount of reported, like, murder victims that get found in a year, and he'll say, and those are the ones we found. Plenty of people die and they never get discovered, get forgotten.
one can make many attempts at sacrificing people and not be found. Heck, one can make attempts at trying to figure out the ritual even without that. Just need a large amount of blood, human blood. So
Would one need to does the blood have to be derived from someone who's been slain?
I don't believe so.
So if someone were to rob a blood bank,
He nods.
I'm not. Oh, clean.
The man who attempted, the man who did the ritual in the mountains, even combined it with pig's blood. That still worked. Well, partially worked. The point still stands that someone with the correct instructions could eventually create something that will have an actual effect on our world.
Taylor will just say, so catching Sean is a short-term solution. Either there's a chance that the entity that's already been summoned or future case could bring about another person who could enact this much cleaner, delay being spotted.
You'll
So
know.
how do we deal with? Is there even any way to deal with an entity like this?
I could, if I could make contact with it, I believe I could catch it, for lack of a better term. But it will be most likely avoiding me. As you've noticed with our partner here, it is arrogant enough to clearly get quite close to me.
Well, you were kind of a bit distracted by the conversation. Not exactly actively looking at it. Did it show up out of sight?
Still, getting close to me like this is a very risky endeavor. I may be the only one in the city able to deal with it right now.
Lure it into a trap of some kind, then.
You'll nod.
Taylor will say, I hate to ask it of the two of you, James and Riley, but you two are the ones that it has made itself known to so far.
I mean, it already apparently chose to mess with us. Though I think it'll probably be only a matter of time until it makes itself known to you, even though I'm guessing it's probably went to us because we're involved in this case. Since I'm already here, as I said, I'm still a police officer, and I'd rather prefer if I put myself up into danger rather than Mr. Carver.
It sounds like we're already pretty well involved.
Also true. I'm still thinking, how the fuck would we even lure it into a trap, personally? I don't even know exactly what it does besides just that scaring people.
I believe we need to find this Sean. He may be our best lead on understanding what this thing wants. Otherwise, right now, it's very hard to catch something that you don't know. That can be anywhere, anytime.
Taylor will say, I asked the contact he gave me to look into a few things. I could get back in contact with him and tell him can narrow the search down to just tracking down this Sean.
There's the moment where you can like Adam visibly like flinch as sort of like flinches a couple more times as like a shiver runs down his spine before he sort of exhales.
Was it your contact or our friend, our new acquaintance?
The waitress tried to, well, I believe, torture her. Might be in great danger.
Do you know where she is? Can you
No,
tell?
Alright then, I think that's the task. Let's get to the car, gentlemen.
Yeah, he's gonna quickly get up and not sure if I assume the priest will not come. This sounds like a dangerous thing. Unless you're ready for some fucking fight in the streets, father.
No, I'm coming.
There we go.
This priest has hands.
Yeah, as
I may well have thrown fists when I was during the civil rights movement. I certainly took a few hits.
as yeah, you'll all of you'll make your way to the car as Taylor, you start driving as Adam is gonna kind of give you directions on where to go. Have to quickly make your way through the streets of New York. I'm not sure if or Riley has actually better drive.
Riley has the better drive.
Well,
Yeah, I was
not right now because you are scared. I'm pretty sure.
Scared
Oh,
only
scared?
for crime.
Okay.
Unless
You're true. So,
it's
yeah, give me a
a crime
drive.
check.
No, you can give me a drive check. say that you're driving instead.
I was rushing the first out the door, so yeah, that's something. I am ready for my 2 basic successes, baby. Let's go, baby! I can do a normal reroll.
There we go. As you managed to make good time as you like sort of get close to destination. You realize that they've kind of most likely taken her from her residence to some like, give me a second, actually. As we'll sort of stop in front of this kind of ransacked looking apartment building. As you sort of get out, and Adam will actually sort of gesture for both of you. Let him walk first. As
Me.
sort of
Yeah, yellow 11.
stops at the door, at the entrance of the block itself, and he'll say, I need both of you not lose your minds. And
Isn't it all? I'm there too, aren't I?
yeah, that's true. That's true. My bad. All three of you will say, I need not lose your cool. You're about to see some rather disturbing things, and I hope the sight of blood doesn't make you squeamish. As like he goes up to the door, and normally there's like an intercom you would have to ring in, and he just kind of sort of, you can see his hand start like kind of twisting, and the flesh itself sort of melting as it kind of goes into the fucking like cracks in the door. As the door suddenly it's like, I hear like this fucking lock pop open as sort of like opens it from the other side. As he like quickly pulls back his hand as it like reforms. Second floor, let's go.
All right.
How is everyone with their body horror?
I've seen some fat.
I feel like you
Right,
should give me a cool roll.
I'll give you a cool roll. Listen, still better than being chased by a demon. This is this guy's still human at least.
Yeah, it's only a basic difficulty, but yeah. You just see a man fucking melt his arm to open the.
Oh my lord! Oh my god! What the?
What?
The Italians.
This is a lot worse than things I've seen during the war.
You know, actually, I mean, it's kind of fitting. It's kind of fitting. It's not the most insane roll to fail. Stick to the Italians. Goddamn. 50,
I apparently just sort of shrug.
75% my ass. These fucking XCOM rolls.
I think distracted works well for this one. I feel like they're distracted. No, actually, no. Nervous would work better. This is a bit of a. But this is fucked up. It's just like, not fucking pleasant. Not fucking pleasant at all. Holy shit. Is this what the other guy can do as well? Like, holy fuck. As you walk up and he'll go to one of the apartment doors, as he'll do the same thing where he like just sort of, you can see him fucking push his hand into the fucking keyhole, and before like the door pops open. As it says, "Be careful inside." As he'll put his hand on you, father, and like, believe there's 2 armed gunmen. Shall we let the police officers do their job?
I'm not sure they appreciated your lockpicking trick.
Well, they're about to see much worse, so this is a good gamble. Presumably, the 2 of you will head inside.
Yes.
He did inform me that there are 2 armed individuals at least in there. However, you're about to proceed, you should have that in mind. This is a small apartment, so you have the drop on them because you don't have to kick the door in.
Yeah, Taylor will say. Taylor's going to tell Riley. Right. Divide the room in 2. Take the left half, I take the right half.
Do nod and get ready.
As you push the door open, you go inside, and in the living room there's like one man is sort of, you can see the gun sticking out of his sort of back, as he's very casual about this. And you can see the waitress, she's quite beaten up, as there's like a second guy sort of looking to probably hit her like more times, as they've probably been questioning her or something of like. As you do you plan on trying to like tackle these people? What's the idea here? What's the goal?
To be honest, unfortunately, Taylor's a much better shot than he is a fighter.
You can always just aim your gun in. If
Yeah,
they
Riley's
don't, if
almost
they don't fucking surrender, I mean,
Riley's plan was that
Taylor, like that's it. Like Taylor has the gun out, and like he is in fact, yes, NYPD hands now.
as they both seem surprised at you being there and so quietly entering, as they're kind of just, oh fuck, as they'll slowly raise their hands.
Right. As Taylor will Taylor actually tell them, guns on the floor, kick them over.
They both slowly sort of pull out these like very basic revolvers, as they'll kind of slide them towards you. Hey, listen, officer, and mean no harm. This is a bad day for you to interfere in this. How about just, double the usual amount and just get to walk out here, enjoy a nice free day. You can forget all about this. We weren't planning on killing her, just, let's just say she needed a bit of a reminder. You know how things are here. Nobody wants more dead bodies.
You're interfering the only witness in a murder case.
Listen, I don't know about no murder case, but listen. You're that Mr. Reed guy, right? I've heard about you. How about it, Chief? If you're that interested in solving murder case, maybe we can help each other out here. My boss ain't liking some of this heat. Well, the pretty broad here tells me you've also been a bit too curious about certain places, certain establishments. How about it, Mr. Reed? Can make a deal here? Take you to boss and chat up. Listen, he is much smarter man than I am, so I just follow orders.
Nah, Taylor will. Honestly, yeah, Taylor will. Taylor will give a nod at that. I just need one specific killer off the streets. Whatever operation you have going on, not my concern.
Listen. You're interested in that Monica chick's case, right?
The case I'm on. Yeah.
Well, good, because my boss also wants her killer dealt with. Once the killer dealt with, he wants no more bad business to follow up at the Belmont.
And yeah, I think you're right. I think me and your boss might be able to come to an accommodation.
Yeah. Gonna sort of gesture for you to kill Kansei. Shall we go now, or do you have other places to be, detective?
He'll say to Adam and James.
They're outside the apartment.
Oh, they're outside the apartment. As he'll just say, "We can go now." As he'll direct Riley to help the woman.
So we're removing the restraints and whatnot. Yeah, helping her.
Yeah, like she's like bruised up. There's blood all over her face. She's like sort of sobbing and like shaking. As James, I don't need to be a very insightful man. You can see that Adam is looks very angry right now.
What is it?
It's gonna work with it. Suppose working with corrupt people and criminals is a constant across the world. He's gonna take a deep breath and looks at you. Says, "Now go meet Big Boss. Or if you want to tag along."
If you think my presence will be helpful.
He'll sort of drag you out of the way, kind of like takes you several steps up, I'll say. Help her. Gonna need help.
I have some contacts at shelters. I can see about having someone put her up for a while.
I appreciate that a lot. Thank you, Father.
She will somewhat disappear. It will be very hard for anyone to get in touch with her on short notice.
Well, I'm afraid these people will be able to probably deal with that, but hopefully they'll be too busy with other things. Thank you. As he will sort of keep you out of sight, as the others will sort of exit the apartment. As like Adam kind of just looks at the guys and he'll say to Riley, as you like coming out with the woman, you should leave her be. We have what we need from.
All right, you two just take care of her.
James is not here. You don't see him anymore.
Oh,
Because he wants
Oh,
to
they-
keep James out of sight of the fucking mobsters.
oh yeah, true. Right, and I guess we'll just simply nod along.
As kind of like the gangster kind of looks at you, Taylor, and be like, is this weird guy with you?
Taylor gives a nod.
Well, I suppose he's coming along. Let's give Adam a pat on the shoulder as everyone but James will be taking as James, as they sort of kind of leave the building, you can checking on the woman as she is sort of left in the apartment, sort of sobbing as kind of step in. She sort of looks very scared at you. Can I help you with something?
I'm here to take you someplace safe.
Safe? Um. You know, you could give me a speech roll, try and sort of help her calm down a bit. She's, oh god, she is terrified of anything and everything.
How difficult?
It's normal, it's critical. Now, luckily for you, you can free reroll because I would count this as saving others.
I mean, even on a normal roll, 4 dice is an amazing failure.
How do I roll?
There you go. An extreme success. Yeah. As she does calm down a bit as you help her up, and as you'll be able to get her cleaned up a bit, and
Does she need medical attention?
I mean, it wouldn't be bad. It did well on her for a bit before everyone here got here. She's not like injured to the point of like necessitating medical attention. Maybe some painkillers at the very least.
Do you have some aspirin in your medicine cabinet, miss?
He'll nod, and she like goes to sort of take some pain medication. More or less, like she presumably you will tell her that you mean to have her like you I assume you give her a brief rundown of what you intend with her.
Yeah.
While she's doing that, you can sort of hear like the door to like the hallway nearby, and a sort of slightly creak as you glance back, and well, I haven't seen him in well 2 days now, as Alaric is sort of in the hallway looking at you. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Hello, Alaric.
Oh, I just came here to thank you for everything.
Uh, that may be premature. I'm not sure we've
I don't mean about the
accomplished all that much yet.
I don't mean about the case. I mean about helping her. There's not that many people out there that are just willing to themselves out there like that. Maybe small, but sometimes many good small things add up. Large, something bigger. You let me know if you need any assistance. Things like this in the future.
Did he give me a way to contact him?
Well, is giving you now. There's a phone number. They'll say, call at this number, and well, feel free to request whatever resources you might need. Money, equipment, maybe even certain connections.
I will. Thank you.
Say, take care, Father.
You too, Alaric.
You can hear like the door to the bathroom open as you glance back to the waitress as Alaric is just gone. She's coming out, says, I think I have everything packed. I don't want to be too much of a bother, Father.
You aren't. Don't worry about that. Let's get you somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call a cab.
Yeah, you can call a cab and have her situated with one of your local sort of shelters. As well, the detectives, as you will sort of get in your car and, well, follow their car through the city. Adam is like, why did he know you, detective?
As Taylor will say, I have a habit of sticking my nose where it doesn't belong, and every so often I get polite reminders to not endanger my health.
I understand you wanting to collaborate with these people. I presume, well, how long do you need them for?
until we can get Sean and get the entity. After that, I'll be honest, I'm getting pretty tired of being told I can't arrest certain people, that I can't look into certain crimes that everyone knows are happening.
Or not. I suppose you are a police officer after all.
Yeah, remember Dad used to tell me how it was when he was on the force back in the 20s and the 30s. I'm not one of those people to pretend the past was better. It was a different kind of fucking shit. But he didn't seem like he had to deal with all this. I don't mean the supernatural shit, I mean, there was always corruption. I gotta believe it wasn't this bad. It wasn't always.
I would just chuckle. You know, demons aside, I don't think. I think Capone is a bit older than these guys. Just be ups and downs, but
A few cops on the take. Yeah, but now it seems every fucking captain, almost every captain, almost every lieutenant, up to the commissioner himself.
Don't misunderstand me, Detective. Corruption is something I very intimately familiar with. It is very hard for me not to just want to see them dead after this.
Taylor will say, maybe we can, if you feel like sticking around in New York. Maybe we can keep up this partnership. Not the most popular guy in my precinct, but I've been around long enough to earn some respect. I've still got some strings I can pull.
He's gonna nod and says, "Don't worry, Detective, I don't leave bodies behind." As we'll drive up to, well, drive up to the Belmont itself. Park the cars and walk in following these men. Atmosphere here is very welcoming, pleasant. Get maybe a few odd glances, but nothing too. As will be led into a room. As and one of the men says, "All right, notified boss. Should be here soon. In the meantime, if you want drinks, it's all paid for."
Appreciate the hospitality.
He's gonna smile and nod. As I mean, yeah, he's gonna. I guess both of them will wait here in the room with you. Sort of like a smaller office. Feels a bit cramped with the 5 people in it.
Yeah, Taylor is not making small talk.
Neither is Riley. Very much no.
Appropriate. Sure. Yeah, charming. One would work. It's either fucking flamboyant as fuck. Some weird ass looking motherfucker.
ChatGPT give me 50-year-old Irish mob boss.
Fucking Mid-Journey plumbing the depths of 1920s anti-Irish propaganda.
Ah, there we go. This looks a bit more we don't do propaganda here.
All the racial stereotypes are true in the GCU. Racial profiling is 100% justified here.
Show me the wild Frinian. Show me him in his drunken stupor.
As you see this tall man, very broad-shouldered, walk into the office. As the other two will kind of stand up respectively, as it's gonna like gesture for them to sit down, as sit across from you, and he'll say, good to finally meet you, detectives. I did hear yesterday that some people, well, very curious. Asking certain waitresses questions.
Yes, Mr. Reed. And
Call me Rory. Know all about you, Mr. Reed. Well, I know you're the good, hard-working sort. Luckily, in this one case, our interests align. We also want good old Monica's killer to be found and tried to the full extent of the law, or we can also just, well, dump his body in the river. Whichever way works for you.
Taylor will say, well, normally I wouldn't mind too much if this particular man just ended up gone. Got a few nagging feelings. I'd like to ask him a few questions first. Last thing I want is this case to be handled and then it come back up. Makes everyone look bad.
So, how can I help you?
Taylor will say, good evidence and reason to believe that the killer is a man named Sean. So he'll give a bit of a description. He's, by all accounts, by all descriptions, a drifter, a vagrant.
Ah, doesn't seem like Monica's type. Always like the more respectable married kind.
Taylor will just say, I don't know, maybe he was a charming conversationalist. I haven't met the man yet.
Well,
So
it was a weird one, that Monica.
but me and my compatriots need help finding him. From there, we can have it. We can handle it.
Could have my boys on the lookout. Give an anonymous tip.
I would greatly appreciate that.
I suppose your business investigating the Belmont is concluded, or were you having other uh, curiosities about this place?
Taylor will say, as Taylor will say, I have no further investigations into the Belmont. Just happened to be brought up in a murder case. So, would ask one thing the waitress would ask that some clemency be shown to her.
Ah, listen, know how it is. You snitch, you get a kind reminder. It's only her first time, so. Water under the bridge.
It's good to hear.
say, well, if that business is concluded, wish you a good day. And, well, you say hello to the wife from me.
Taylor will just say respectfully, I would prefer to keep her out of my work.
Of course, of course. Perhaps maybe flower. Women love flowers. Hopefully this case won't keep you as busy as it usually does.
Can I try to roll a detect? What is this man? What is this man insinuating?
Yeah, you can give me a back roll.
Yeah, you know what? I do in fact have 3 adrenaline, so I'll spend 1. Just because I know the
math can fuck you.
The Italian mind will try to ruin me.
It's an amazing failure. It's a fucking extreme fucking fish right there.
So, well, I mean, you already knew that they were sort of keeping an eye on you at the very least, but the insinuation here is, listen, just you're looking way too deep into this. Listen, just be done with this. Go and enjoy your life. You're clearly working too much, many long hours. There's an underveiled threat there. But there is a weird insistency though on it now, so not like seems clearly something has changed in the last 2 days, I guess. There's also there is because we got an extreme success. There's also this. You get the feeling that he finds something very, very funny about the situation. And he's like trying to like not give up too much, but like he can barely contain his fucking hyena like cackle in his mind.
See, I think Taylor will, before he leaves, he will actually ask. Do you mind sharing the joke? I've had a very long, dour day. I could use a laugh.
Kind of like chuckles, but don't. And mean no offense, Mr. Reed. I can give you some good recommendations maybe. If flowers are not good. Blood oranges are, well, quite delectable. I mean, you can give me a no roll if you want.
Yeah, I guess I will.
Basic difficult. Holy shit. These are some oranges that sort of are associated with southern Italy and Sicily in particular.
I think you're right. I think it will remind my wife of home.
Very important. Never forget your roots, Mr. Reed. They're what keep us grounded. A pleasant evening.
Pleasant evening as well.
As get up and leave. As Adam will, as you like get out of the hotel, Adam will say, "Is there wish to share that coded language?"
Taylor will say, "The day I was assigned the case, a man asked me if I knew about my wife's connections, and he wouldn't inform me when I tried to press him. I'm starting to get a good idea. So I think I'm starting to get a picture of what those are."
He'll nod and he'll say, "Well, I suppose I must take my leave. To reach out if there's any news."
I will. Have a good night.
You as well. He's gonna take his leave. You two alone for any last conversations before presumably you head home.
There's a look on Taylor's face. It would be like at this, like the normally guarded thing is dropped. He looks incredibly disappointed in himself as he'll just say, starting to think, Riley, I pieced together why I got the friendly warnings and not the bullet in the back.
I assumed there was more just a general threat towards you by the mobster, but
No. It's oranges. Those are from southern Italy, Sicily. That's where I met my wife. Hope you have a good night, Riley.
I hope everything will be well between you and your wife. I'm not sure to say it. I think there's probably a conversation for you to. It's running. We'll just quickly depart at this.
As James, you finish settling the woman up, as you'll presumably head home after that. It is getting late for you as well.
Yeah.
As you get into your car and, well, not in the car, but you get out of the cab, get into your apartment. I presume you have do you have like a mirror somewhere in the house?
Oh, of course.
Do you sort of take off your jacket and glance up in the mirror? You will see behind you in the hallway this young girl sort of smiling at you.
I spin around.
She's not there. Saw her for a brief instant. And you take a moment in
It's happened, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay,
we have him on camera.
okay.
Let me just
I saw that live. I saw that live.
Yeah, I also saw that live.
I wish I had my stopwatch. I don't even think a second and a half passed.
Front, how old is she?
She's 16.
Well, We got him.
I'll make a screenshot. Hold on, quick. Yeah, that's the fucking. It realized in chat. He realized. He figured it out.
There we go. Even better evidence. But yeah, as you turn around and she's gone, and there's this like a giggle that kind of like echoes across your apartment.
I cross myself. I begin praying.
As you start praying, you hear like almost someone whispering in your ear. Help her.
Because it was the right thing to do.
Do you help people because how do you know what the right thing to do is?
Who are you?
Answer the question.
Working on it. A certain man went down from Jerusalem to Jericho and fell among thieves, which stripped him of his raiment and wounded him and departed, leaving him half dead. A certain Samaritan, as he journeyed, came where he was, and when he saw him, he had compassion on him. I am commanded to be a neighbor and to love my neighbors as myself. I could do no less.
You know, when I first opened my eyes, everything was new. I saw the world. I saw you. Well, not you, but you. Saw people like you. People dressed like you. People who spoke like you. People who claimed to help others before they would, well, do fun things to them instead. But you seem like a boring one. Or maybe you just haven't found the fun thing you like to do.
I don't want your kind of fun.
Shame. But We'll do the ritual though. Have
Why?
the notes.
Why do you think I'll do?
You saw the notes, you saw the symbols. We'll do the ritual. Why? As otherwise, who knows? I might go visit someone else. What if I go visit someone else and I whisper into their ear and they go find that the lovely lady and they hang her upside down and let the blood flow out?
What if you don't?
Well, then we should do something fun.
Has anyone told you about Coney Island?
No. What is such an island?
It's an amusement park.
That sounds
You can
fun.
have fun without hurting people.
Nobody gets hurt on Coney Island then?
People don't go there to hurt others.
Maybe they should.
Maybe people should hurt each other in fewer places rather than in more.
You know, I agree. Quality over quantity, I'd say. So let's play then a fun game. I won't hurt you. And I won't have anyone else hurt you. But you have to stop the people who want to hurt others.
I'm trying to.
Well, I will tell you where the next victim will be. And you have to stop Sean from hurting her. I think you can stop Sean. But if you have to hurt Sean to make him stop, will that be okay?
I don't know.
Well, let's find out. She will whisper an address. I'll say at midnight. Midnight. As you can hear the giggling as it sort of like moves away from you. As
Do I have a way to
Sorry, go ahead.
contact Adam?
Probably, yeah. He'd probably have a phone at his apartment.
Well, I'm calling him.
He'll pick up. This is Mr. Kovac.
Mr. Kovac, this is Father James Carver. She just appeared to me.
Okay.
She said I need to stop Sean from hurting someone at midnight tonight.
you provide any more information about this?
She gave me an address, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yes, she gave me an address.
All right. I will head out and make sure no more innocent blood gets spilled. I will warn you, Father. Might not take this very kindly with.
Well, I'm going to be there too.
Right, I'll meet you there about half an hour or so.
Do I have time to leave another dead drop message?
Yeah, probably we can take a detour. Like right now it's like 9 p.m. So Adam's just
Okay.
going there like early to make sure nothing like fucking weird happens before.
I'm going to leave another dead drop message describing what just happened.
For Heller in the morning as well. You'll head out as Riley. You'll enter your apartment as the lights are still sort of off. You can see the ambient light form around very familiar looking silhouette at the back of your apartment.
Or it's just as I shake, taken aback by that. Just here to stare or you're talking.
There's a very faint giggle. Are not pitch black darkness, but
Yeah, there's like nightlight and
Yeah.
like moonlight and city light from through the windows.
you know she died because of you. Could have saved that woman. She's dead now.
Circles. See, thanks for the reminder, Miss. But since I assume we're gonna get acquainted in the future, do you have a name that we can share?
No. Have a name.
I mean, I do. You know?
One. Stop the next one.
I do want to stop the next one, but I know. There's one thing I did read about from everything I've heard. How can I trust you? That's not a trick, or
Well, that's the fun part. Don't know. You could go to sleep. And maybe, just maybe, letting another woman brutally murdered. I get to laugh anyways. Or you could be the hero. Could put down the monster who does this. Stop him from hurting others.
if you just fucking like a greater thief. Alright, fine. I assume you know where you send your friend.
Yes, I do. The moon shines so nice. Midnight. I need to tell you the place though. Oh. You want the address? The location?
Or what is not?
Good. Go to the kitchen. Pick one of those sharp blades. And start writing.
Are you gonna ask me to finish that ritual?
No, I'm just gonna tell you the place where it's gonna happen. But you see, I think it should work for it, so we'll carve the location into your own hand. Just so you don't forget it.
Riley doesn't like this, but she'll move over to the kitchen.
Yeah, you grab a knife, and I'm gonna need an endure roll. We'll dictate you letter by letter an address, so
Sadly, first day only sadly doesn't count here, so I need to use my adrenaline to have a slight shot at succeeding this. Could I best argue for nerves instead of brawn here?
no.
Yep.
You withstanding physical pain.
Yeah, fair enough. Alright, Italians, I'm ready for my 2 basic on my 5 dice. Oh my god, it's a good one. It's a good one. That's a good one. I can reroll that.
See,
The Italian for a gambler.
only take the hurt condition.
Oh my
That's-
god, I'm already. I'll fucking show. I'm with 3 conditions.
It's yeah, no, it's you'll have to painfully, she'll make you painfully carve out on your arm the location as you manage to sort of push through the pain, and it's not necessarily a dangerous wound, but it's a painful one at the very least, as she seems to take in a lot of delight as you manage to not injure yourself too hard to the point where you would need medical attention. As you're done with it, she kind of laughs as there's blood sort of everywhere now in the kitchen. It's like, don't forget, midnight tonight. Have fun.
I didn't say anything. She just rushes out.
Well, it's around 10:30. Well, Taylor, you will also get home.
You know, Taylor would have listened. Rory did make some good suggestions. I think Taylor would pick up some stuff before he
What would you pick up?
follow his recommendations.
Yeah, pick up some oranges, some flowers. You arrive home as your wife looks was ready to have another argument because you also got in a bit late. She says, I suppose the gift basket is not the worst way you can apologize.
I'm sorry, Gwen, can you repeat that?
She said that the gift basket is not the worst way you can apologize.
Taylor will say, sorry it was another late night, but good news is we got a suspect now. Description. So, case should be done with soon.
Good. Oh, quite fast, but then again, you are the best.
Yeah, Taylor nods that as yeah. Pick these up on the way home.
Suppose imports not the worst here. Remind me a bit of home.
That's why I picked them up. Came up in conversation, and I remembered how homesick you were the first few months.
Thank you, dear. Very sweet of you. No, come on. Your dinner is getting cold.
Yeah. Taylor will just give the nod and follow into the kitchen.
Yeah, you can sit down and eat. I don't know, make a bit of small talk. I'm not sure if there's anything you like to bring up.
Yeah, Taylor is just going to Taylor is going to just bring up I mean, again, what work does your family do in Sicily again?
Um, well, mom and dad run that shop. Why?
It's just Case has had me talking to some interesting people, and they made a few comments. A few, let's call it veiled references. Hey, it's just the detective in me overthinking things, but was Ori was that was his name.
I'm a bit confused. Remind me, how fucking old is your wife?
She's like a few years older than him.
Oh god, then well, no, her parents are retired. Like, but they used to run a shop. They've been retired for some time now. But yeah, no, she looks confused. Okay.
As Taylor will say, when I took the case, Gina, there was a man who had an interest in it and directly mentioned you and your connections.
By what now?
Your connections.
Okay.
She's saying that. Can I try to get a read on my old lady?
Yeah.
Go detect focus. I'll do a reroll. I'm feeling good.
Yeah, I mean, she's just genuinely confused at what you're trying. Like, you're being very weird about this.
Thinking of how Taylor would phrase this. As Taylor's going to say, maybe the case has gotten me a bit off kilter. It's not been a good one so far.
All right. Talk to me. What's going on?
A lot of people, Gene, either directly or imply it to me that either you or your family back in Sicily is connected to seems to be some kind of criminal conspiracy enterprise. I don't know if people are fucking with me.
Sort of like chuckles but says, my family. Mom and dad ran a pastry shop. And I don't know any mobsters.
Taylor will say, maybe it's people just trying to psych me out.
You know, if anything, it will make for a funny conversation. My cousin tomorrow. You remember the dinner, right? Not gonna be late again, right?
No plan on it. He should be getting wrapped up here soon, and
honest, I
got a few more of my old friends working on it. Should be able to handle the wrap up with only minimal involvement from me.
He'll smile and nod. As